Found it?
Yeah. He said I found it. Yeah, I left it in the car.
Oh.
I was carrying some other stuff up. All right.
I didn't even notice it was gone, to be honest.
Everyone has a unique
Didn't notice?
gift, and Mike and
That's
Diana,
hilarious.
host of the One Life podcast, believe that most people don't know how to use their gifts or what they are. Mike and
How was your
Diana
day?
want you to see things from a
Good,
different
good.
perspective and be true to yourself.
Yours is
The
quiet.
One
It's
Life
been busy.
podcast unites the world through art, fashion, music, and
So,
film. It inspires,
man.
motivates, and
Anything
creates
off the
positive
record?
energy, love, and compassion to all
Good?
communities.
Open book?
Yeah, I'm
Creates
open
a
book. Ain't no hide on me, man.
podcast. They cover topics like building relationships, overcoming adversity,
get ready.
habits of healthy people, and much,
You got a
much
lot?
more. We only have one life to live.
Not
Be
really.
yourself and live your truth. Add the One Life podcast to your playlist. That's the number 1NELife. Available on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and your favorite podcast platform.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the One Life Podcast. I am Mike MIC Reed, and as always, I got my lovely co-host Diana from Socialholic. And today we have DJ Craig EC from 100.9 The Heat in the building with us.
Hey.
What's up, man? How you doing today?
Good. How you guys doing?
We doing good, man. We doing good. We going to the top floor, you guys, today with DJ Craig EC. But first, let's check in with Diana with the Socialholic experience.
Yes. So I have some really exciting information. So Barbara, who is one of the owners of Thief and Barrel, she is the president of the Seroptimus group here in the Antelope Valley, and they are putting on a it's like a farmers fair, harvest festival, October 15th.
Okay.
So I wanted to put that out there. It's like from about 12:30 to 4. It's going to be at the Thief and Barrel location, outdoors. So she is accepting vendors. So if you guys are interested, she's looking for artisans and everything that's kind of homemade and handcrafted. So
Nice.
there's that. They're having a chili cook-off, all kinds of fun stuff. So if you want more information, hit us up or hit up Barbara at Thief and Barrel.
And this is to support the foundation?
It's to support the foundation and kind of just bring awareness to the foundation and also like the local vendors that are there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And as we know, tomorrow's October 1st. Woo-hoo!
Yes.
It means
Yes.
Halloween is coming up.
Yes.
There are so many events for Halloween. I can't even keep track at this point. I know I have
Yes.
like 3 on like the 15th, and then I have like 2 on the 29th. So it's gonna be crazy. But I did want to shout out Soul Plaza. They're having an annual trick or treat Sunday, October 30th from 12 to 6. It says shop if you dare and have a spectacular time. So they're gonna have DJ, costume contest, face painting, all that fun stuff. And then also I wanted to mention October 22nd is the DOC Suicide Awareness Car and Bike Show. It's going to be at the AV Harley Davidson off right there by J12, I think it is, from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. They're going to have live music and all that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, hit us up. That's going to be October 22nd from 12 to 5.
Cool.
Nice. That's it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, man, I want to shout out our favorite KJ, Jonathan.
Oh, I know he's going to.
He's at a Cold Crush now.
On
So you
Saturday.
guys, so all my karaoke people, your favorite KJ, Jonathan,
That's
is at
right.
Cold Crush every Saturday.
There you go.
He is no longer at Madrano's
Like at all?
at all.
Why?
That's a wrap. Well, I don't want to
gotta
get into
find
it.
out some
I don't want to get into
information
it
on
like right now, but yeah. But yeah.
tuned.
So he's definitely looking for another spot for either a Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
But Saturday night, Cold Crush from 7 to midnight, I want to say.
Wow.
So yeah, that's his official home for Saturdays. But he's definitely looking for another spot.
Well, I know the King Bar was looking for somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you should hit up the King Bar.
all right, he will.
Wednesdays or something, they do karaoke.
Cool.
I don't get to do that right now, you know.
Yeah,
Wedding
you're busy.
season.
Wedding
Maybe
season.
November. You'll see me again.
Wedding busy. All right, so this episode is brought to you by Eventually Events, where they create magical moments and take care of every detail so you can enjoy that special time in your life. To book your appointment, hit up Diana over at IG at Eventually Events. Also by Moneymaker Business Solutions, where they can take care of your business startup and assistance. Hit them up, reach out to them at 661-537-4877. I don't have my glasses on.
They also have a website now, right?
Hey, you know what he does? He got a website right now.
Yeah.
moneymarketbusinesssolutions.com.
There you go.
So hit them up, you guys. moneymarketbusinesssolutions.com. All right, so as I said, we're in the top floor. You guys, we're in here with DJ Craig EC. What is going on, my brother? How you doing?
Oh, man, doing it, man. It's one of them days. It's Friday. Well, I don't know what day we say on here, but it's Friday.
No, it's Friday.
It's been busy
we
already. It's been busy already. Already been out and about, radio remote already. Come to see y'all, then I'm off to the fair.
Been busy at the fair?
It's been busy. You know what? I booked it out a lot because, man, I'm just busy now. So I put a lot of DJs on.
Well,
I'm going to be there tonight.
You do.
I run
DJ
schooners.
for
I
the
run
radio.
100.9 The Heat. I still go out and DJ. I was with Diana this last Saturday.
Yep.
I still do them. I don't get to DJ as much as I want to anymore, but I still do it because I enjoy it. So.
Right.
But you give back a lot too, and I do want to say that.
I
like,
do give
let me
back
do
a
your
lot.
introduction. Like, this is DJ
Okay.
Craig EC. You know, he gives back. He does so many. You do a lot of work for so many foundations, so many businesses out here, from like the tippity top of the businesses to like nonprofit charities, foundations.
I
giving
do.
back.
I do a lot of stuff for the sheriffs. I will be doing Trunk or Treat coming up
Yeah.
in Palmdale on that Sunday right before Halloween. I do a lot of stuff for the city, but I also do their city gigs too. Like they got a big Halloween one coming up. Han at the Hangar. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Field of Drafts. I'll be there.
That's November 5th, right?
Yeah, Bark in the Park tomorrow. Bark in the Park is
Bring your
going
little
on.
doggies.
Yeah, bring your doggies. Come kick them. Get back to the fair. Stay busy, man. Stay busy. It's
good.
You gotta do as much as you want, but it's just like nonstop. It's just.
Well, I mean, DJing is your foundation, though, right? So you
yeah,
gonna
I've
always
been
do
DJing
that.
for years, man. It's probably 35, 36 plus years now.
What got you into DJing?
You know, when I was little, man, I was young, little high school kid. Actually, like preteen. I saw Jam Master Jay. It was over. That was my idol. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta be like that dude. Because I wasn't super athletic back then, but I was like, man, the girls seem to like the DJ. So you know what? If I can't be the athlete, I might as well be the one they all want to
The
party
DJ,
with.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They gotta
And
talk to me.
I grew up in Hawaii, so it was different. You know, I was a military brat over there, so
What island?
Oahu.
Oh, I lived out there when I was about 20, 21 years
I
old.
was on Fort Shafter. My dad ran all the military police. We were over there a long time.
Nice.
So until I went in the military from there.
Do you ever go back?
I haven't been in a while. It's been a while. I want to go back. I just haven't been in a while.
I'm too busy.
It's probably been 15 years now. I haven't been back. Yeah, but I mean, growing up in Hawaii was off the hook.
Really?
I grew up in the 80s. It was all that time.
You know what? When I like I said, I lived out there for about a year and a half when I was like 20 years old, and I got bored out of my mind after the first 2 weeks.
Hawaii?
Well, yeah, because like they're like leaky.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that like every street you ended up at the water. Well, no, that's the name of the street. Well, how do you pronounce it? I call it leaky.
It is leaky. That's the
Yeah.
name of it, but it's spelled like. So
Yeah, it's spelled like.
No, that's one of the main highways. Well, they had like 3 freeways: H1,
Right.
H2, H3. Then you had Licky.
Yeah,
It's one of them.
but every road ended up at the water, so I felt trapped.
Well, everywhere you go, the
ocean.
water.
I mean,
It's an island.
Well, yes, island. That's what I'm saying. I grew up in Inglewood, so you know, it's like for me.
He's like, yeah, you're on Hawaii. I would have been partying my
But
ass off.
but I honest with you, like I've been back like
Really
over
well?
10 times since. Like I love Hawaii.
I don't know. I grew up there and it became. I mean, I did so much stuff. It was like cool. I met so many people. We DJ'd back then. I met a lot of these stars that I know to this day from throwing parties in Hawaii.
Right? Yeah.
Everyone from Salt and Pepper to Stevie B to Debbie Deb that I toured with, like all these old groups I met in Hawaii first.
Right.
Like growing up, we were
Downtown
throwing big parties.
Waikiki probably.
My dad was like tripping, like, how the heck you making all this money? Throwing parties, Dad. I'm throwing parties.
Wow.
He was like, what? I was like, I remember when he told me to buy my first car, he's like, I'll match whatever you save. And I walked in with like 10 racks. He was tripping.
Wow.
How'd you make all that? Are you doing drugs? I was like, no,
Not
I'm
yet.
throwing parties, Dad. I'm throwing parties.
Did he match it though?
He did match it.
Was he mad about it?
Nah, he he honored it. He hit it.
So when was that, in the 90s?
Well, I mean, he was making payments on his, but I put cash down.
You're like, I paid my car. I got a
What'd you buy?
$20,000
What'd you buy?
I bought a 5.0 Mustang back in the day.
Nice.
And then I ended up getting a lowrider truck because, I wanted them. But yeah, it was cool growing up in the 80s in Hawaii. I met a lot of people. Like, you would see, like, what was that? Marcos lady buys all the shoes. She was always at the mall. I skipped. The school was like so slow for me because I was just smarter than the school was that I skipped like 60 days of my senior year.
Oh, wow.
And still graduated. Yeah. My dad saw, I was like, how'd you even do that? I don't know, Dad, it was too easy. I was bored, so we went and had fun. We went to the mall. We went to.
That's cool.
Well, he ran like the military police, so we used to go to these other bases, and you wouldn't get in trouble on the base. They didn't get you for truancy on the base.
So where did you always go by the name Craigie C?
Yeah, it started in high school. We had like a little group. So we made like this little group. We had this my best friend back then, his name was Greg. He could sing really good. He would sing, and we had this other little guy that could dance good, and I was the DJ. So we had like a little group. We called ourselves the Poets of Love. We thought we were like cool as can be. So all of us had a name. So I would do the beats, so they called me the Essential Creator. That's how it all started.
So that's what the EC stands for.
That's where it came from.
Essential
So
Creator.
it just stuck for years, you know.
Wow.
It's got all kinds of other jacked up meanings now because of DJing, but
Like what?
well, I used to DJ for the Hollywood Men, so you can only imagine. This is like a PG like podcast.
No.
Hey, this is
Okay,
we
so
keep it 100.
When I was the Hollywood Men, I don't know if you ever heard of them, but
Hollywood Men, no.
Hollywood Men,
strippers?
they're like the Thunder Down Under, but they're big out this way for years. I think they might even still have a show now, but down in Hollywood, they would come up here on Wednesday nights. The Old Schooners was big. The Old Schooners was a big nightclub, and they would come up. I would go out on tour with them. So they took the EC and they changed it from Essential Creator to DJ Craig Eats Coochie. So that's that was my name when I was on with them.
Wow.
On the mic too, they would say
They were
that?
like, "Yeah, our DJ eats coochie." Oh, they would jack with me, man. Just
Oh, dang.
oh man.
Hilarious.
But I mean, I had fun going out with them. Those guys, you know.
So wait a minute. So you was in what type of group was it? A pop group or?
It was a cool little pop group. They would dance. Back then, they had a lot of dance and battle groups. Back
Did you
then.
sing?
I didn't sing. I did not sing.
So you
I
just-
tried to sing some, but you know.
Stick with the
I've only
beats.
seen
I would-
him do
I would hum
karaoke
it.
one time.
I know that's what I was about to get at because you
One
kind of
time.
run a
I had
karaoke
the-
thing at Schooners.
I got other people. I did run karaoke back in the day, but I will sing, but I don't sing all the time.
He has to have a couple drinks in him.
Yeah, a couple drinks and I'm cool because that's not my comfort zone
He
singing.
did it for my birthday one time at Big Shots, like a couple years back. You came to my birthday and you
I
sang.
did for
And,
Diana.
that was it. That was it. I don't do no more. I'm like, dang.
Yeah. I'll get up there. And if I do, it's like old school. It's like New Edition. Or that's one of my favorite groups ever. So anything like New Edition or something like that, it's on.
But that's crazy, like how DJs, because you guys know all the music. Like you
Yeah.
shouldn't, and I know you know all the lyrics, right?
We do.
So why don't you guys do karaoke?
'Cause
Why don't we sing it?
Yeah.
Well, we're not all singers. I don't always sing at that voice.
No,
like
no,
Diana.
nobody that does karaoke is singers.
Oh, no, there's some that come in. There's some that come in. Diana be busting out that
Yeah, I know
Mariah.
what Diana. She's a queen.
She be coming in with that Mariah.
Yeah.
I got some videos.
said it.
I'll
oh
give
my
it to
God. No.
you. See,
Hey, you know this hilarious. I was at Zelda's last week for karaoke on Wednesday. You lucky you wasn't there. Some girl tried to sing your song, Rihanna, and D'Angelo was like, "Oh my God, Diana would like die right now."
It's like an unspoken rule. You don't speak another karaoke singer's song. I'm just kidding. It is true, though. It is true. When you're in a crowd and you have your regulars, they just know.
Yeah.
she does come. We make it like the Monday night karaoke is a little different than everywhere out here. So if you come, there's party music, there's fun.
It's cool as fuck. Sierra's bomb.
Sierra-
I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
shout out to Sierra. Yeah,
Sierra
she is dope.
she has gotten her own, and I've been mentoring her, and she's just been taking off. She's getting a lot of gigs now. I've given her a lot more, and her energy is just like no other. Like I wish I could have her energy still.
She's a hustler, too.
She will hustle. She will promote, and big ups to Sierra, man.
big
She's
ups
a
to her.
hustler, and she's very loyal. So she doesn't try to go hit all the other places. She could get a couple more places, but she likes just staying here. But she knows that the gigs is where she's gonna make her money.
Right.
Because I'll
She's
be
always
honest,
supportive, yeah.
the karaoke scene out here, and I'll bust it out. This is why these guys don't stay at these places. They do not pay these karaoke hosts anything,
And that's the reason why.
And it's
yeah.
it's the truth.
Well, there is one company out here for the majority of the karaoke people, the KJs here, that they work under, and they don't pay them well. So if you go out on your own, you can do it and make your own pricing, but that's also hard because every business is with that company.
Because they're barely paying some of these KJs. Some of them like weren't
50,
even getting
60
$100.
bucks.
Yeah, and so I'll be honest. There's an industry standard for DJs out here. If we don't at least get 100, if you charge less than $100, and we find out, we're probably going to come look for you, like a mafia show, because then you're going to cut in the rest of us. Now we can handle like 100. Like if you go below that, then we're going to get bad.
Yeah.
Most of us, at least, $100 an hour, we can slang with that and be cool. But when you start getting under that, man, it's time to talk to you. Hey.
Yeah.
No, and that's really, and I'm gonna put it out there. That's one of the reasons why Jonathan left is because the pay. He's been trying to fight that for years.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it for you. Especially
when you're talented and you have a following, though,
Yeah.
like Jonathan, like you could go anywhere. Like he's literally gonna take that crowd. Like
Yeah.
I guarantee you, I pay Sierra
100%.
cool on Monday. I'm not gonna tell you what I pay her because I'm not gonna put that out there.
But no, that's good though.
get it, girl.
But she gets paid cool, and I understand it because I'm in the industry and I don't shortchange it. Right. So,
But when you value your people and you pay them what you feel they're worth, they will work harder for you because they feel appreciated. It's like I told Latifah the same thing. You need to get out and do your own thing. You guys are amazing. You don't need a company backing you at this point. Maybe in the beginning, get some experience, but go on your own.
Nah, do it. Like I don't know why they don't pay. And let me tell you what, karaoke's it's way harder than DJing. Mm-hmm. It's not hard to if you can't DJ, you can't DJ. But I'm just saying, it's like this. They're on you. Yo, when am I coming up? I'm not up yet.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's stressful.
Let me get my song in right now. Get my song in right now.
Yeah. And then you got people. Hey, then you got people like Diana and I who are regulars, and as soon as we walk in, it's like, am I next?
I know we're bad.
We're bad at that.
I mean, that's all good though.
I'll text Latifah like, "Hey, I'm on my way." What does that mean?
But pay him to deal with that. You got to pay him to deal with that.
But then you want to do your regulars because we're also the ones that will support and push and post.
And I actually tip very well. You can ask Jonathan. I tip him very well, and that's why he give me a little bit of special treatment because I take care of him because I know the companies don't take care of him.
No, they don't, man.
And I appreciate them.
And I'm just. I'm not gonna put anyone's name out there, but I love it. I'm too known in the hate me to bust people. I just know you don't get paid cool for karaoke unless you own it.
I know what you're saying. I know the name.
I know we all know. We're not allowed to say names on the show.
No,
we can say anything
businesses.
else.
It's just like.
Dude, but going back to the statement you made that not DJs can DJ, right? Like I have this huge problem with weddings that people book DJs before they even talk to me. I give them a preferred list, and of course you're on it. But literally, I have emceed more weddings this year than I have ever emceed in my wedding.
Oh, because they won't even talk.
No, I'm literally and it's a lot of times I'm like, have you never been a wedding DJ? Like, yeah. But we don't do announcements. I'm like, how do you not do announcements? Their grand entrance, you have to talk about the first dance and the speeches. I'm like, who's doing that? Oh, I don't know.
Diana got me Saturday because I'm like you, I can't see up close. She gave me that paper after. I'm trying to squint and see these names. we luckily I knew half of them. I almost knew all of them, so it was okay. But I was like, oh man, I'm about to say this name or what name is that? I don't got my glasses. I can't see this. It's dark out there. It got dark.
It was dark. Yeah.
I was like,
we had a good time though. It was I love working the paddock. I wish it was.
But we make the show go on. Cause literally, I had a flat tire 30 minutes before I was supposed to be there. That I got called, my other homie, Crazy K, picked me up, dropped me off at the wedding. We made it happen, so.
Yeah. He rolled up and he was like, hey, and I was like, hey, and we were in the middle of pictures. And I was like, all right, he's cool. He's got it. I wasn't even worried about it, though. When I saw you weren't there, I was like, he's fine. I'm not worried about him.
Nah, I'm going to make the show go on no matter what.
Well, you got a tight team.
Oh, no, the crew of the DJs that we got, and we all buddy up. They're all doing their thing. They're all making money.
You're always good with other DJs, even if they're not on your team. Though, even with Sunil and you guys just all. I love the community where there's no competition. I love seeing that.
Oh yeah, we all give them. Just like this last year, we a bunch of us all chose to bow out of AV's Best because we lost a homie. So we all. So rest in peace, Q Ball. He's a good friend of ours. We all chose Sunil, as. All of us, we were like, there's only a couple of us they put on that. Every DJ doesn't get on there. You got to get nominated. But we all bowed out because it was the thing to do,
No, absolutely.
JQ Ball,
So, but that's that DJ community. If you're real DJ, you're in that community, and so.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
So what's up next? What are you doing next?
So, this weekend already, Bark in the Park, AV
But like
fair.
for you, like
Oh, for
what's
me,
your-
man, right now is doing this, running schooners, but we're always looking to open something else up too. You never know, you know. Like I'm hitting schooners, but I'm sure he just helped a couple of other people out with the Iron Captaincy, you know that. So he helped them get that.
Have you been there?
Yeah,
That's good, huh?
I do that. I do their spots too.
Oh shit.
It's still kind of schooners, so it's in the mix with schooners.
Do you ever work down below?
You know what? I'm not doing clubs as much. I did pull one in Ocean Beach only because it's super nice there. So I'll go every once in a blue. But I went down there and they would just test me out. The guy actually heard me on the radio driving the Mammoth, so he caught me in the mix. So he asked me to come down, and I played after a Pearl Jam tribute band.
That was in San Diego, right?
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh my God, we don't have DJs that can play after bands and transition. Can you come down more?" I said, "Man, I'm not really doing clubs no more, but you know, if you get a big artist, just let me know." So he's hit me up. He's got like Too Short and like ones like that, Twista, all them. So he wants me to come down. But there's not a lot of DJs that can do that kind of transitioning and other. But it's all about being, you know, tour and go. The new DJs now, they got it easy, man. It's all digital controllers.
Right. They don't
They
even
can look
vinyl.
at the stuff. They didn't grow up having to listen to it. It was all music back in the day. So the OGs still kick it. We can kill the new guys mostly almost all the time. It's just if you grew up on vinyl, you're a good DJ, man.
They don't even know what a record pool is.
Oh.
Like I grew up, I don't know if you ever heard of Impact Record Pool.
I used to be in a record pool. I had a raid. I had get all these dang records and had to turn in sheets. Yeah.
What's a record pool?
So back in the day, record pools, you would get in there. There wasn't a lot of them, but if you got in some cool ones, that's how you got the cool new vinyl, like the new stuff. You get a lot of stuff you didn't like, but you got stuff you did too, but you would have to raid and get this stuff, but you would get all the new cuts.
Yeah. So the record labels gave the record pools all the vinyls first. So like every Tuesday, all the new music came out. So all the DJs would get all the stuff first before they even released it.
We get a lot of stuff we didn't want, but we got the good stuff too that no one had yet. So you would get it before the stores.
Yeah.
So how do you stay current now? Just listening.
Well, we stay current now. There's still record pools. They're digital now. So there's a couple big ones that most DJs are in, like BPM Supreme, Club Killers, DJ City. That's like 3 of the big ones out there. They charge you unless you're like super cool and you can get in. Like I got two that I don't pay for. I got one I do, but so just because I didn't have to connect with BPM Supreme, but the other ones hooked me up. So you get in there and they got everything
Supreme,
too.
You know, you hear this? DJ
cool.
Craigie, see it.
Yeah. They you get in with them and it's all digital now. So
everything's come out so fast now. It's not like back in the day where a record you got it weeks before it drops.
Artists just drop it now because they know they're gonna go out on tour. They're not gonna make their money through the record sales.
Yeah.
They know they gotta go out and perform. Yeah. Back in the day, you made money off record sales. Now, you're gonna make whatever, but it's what do you get off of that $1 thing off of iTunes or whatever? It's not even like that no more. It's on Spotify, everything else. So,
how did you get involved with the city and all of like the different?
The city of Lancaster. Gosh, I've just been out here DJing so long. Way back in the day, I wasn't DJ. So I went in the military after high school, and then I DJed a little at the clubs when I was on the bases and stuff like that. Then I got out and married a girl and moved to Edwards. So I was out on Edwards. I started DJing again, but I was still working for the government. And then we started blowing the bass up because we didn't have cool DJs like that. So back before 9/11, the bass was popping. Edwards, everyone.
I heard about that too.
Everyone wanted to come on Edwards. Yes, they would. You could get on Edwards back in the day. It wasn't hard back then. So they had a place called Stripes and Club and Rock, and those two places would jump, and there was only a couple of us. Well, about middle 90s, Schooners opened this big club down here. They had other clubs, but Schooners came in and built this big club. So one of the bouncers worked on the bass. He knew me. So he was like, "Yo, Craig, these DJs suck. We got to get you down there." So they brought me down. The first time, I didn't like it because the other guy running it was being like, he was just being whatever. And he said some harsh stuff I didn't like, that I talked like a certain way. He didn't like it. He thought I was too blackish or something, So I didn't like it at the time.
Too blackish?
Yeah, I was like, really? All right, whatever. Because I grew up in Hawaii, so until the military, I didn't know racism until I went in the military. Everyone was mixed. It's a melting pot, you know. So anyway, I ended up going back later because the owner was like, no, I'll bring you back down. And we started blowing it up. Next thing, Kiss FM heard me. They threw me on Kiss FM. And I ended up quit working for the base. I worked for Kiss and the club and just blew up out here. Just
What happened to the big schooners?
The big schooners went for years, all the way until 2009. They only closed it because High Desert Medical went in over there, and they were buying up everything. And they did not want a nightclub. They went 24-hour urgent care, and they didn't want a club or bar in there.
You figure it's like perfect. So when you get hurt, you just go.
Right.
No, but they didn't want that for the people coming over there. So they ended up buying up that whole pretty much property and raised the rent. And finally, Schooners was like, close down.
So you used to work for, you said Kiss?
Yeah, I used to be on Kiss FM.
So is that how you got on radio?
Yeah, I got on radio. I just wanted to be a mix DJ. So back then, it was when Rick Dees was there, and my buddy Chester the Rester was big with Kiss. He was with Rick Dees and all that. So I would see him around places. I'd just show up and hang with him. And then he was like, yo, Craig, I got to get you on this mix thing. I said, all right. Next thing, the Kiss people like me, and boom, we had the biggest Club Kiss. There was Club Kiss up here and Club Kiss at the Palace, which is called Avalon now. So it'd be like 9 to midnight here, midnight to 2 down there.
Where's that?
Live. It was live on Kiss. We were live, mixed from the club.
Oh.
Packed. That Schooners have like 2,000 people partying live on the radio. And we did it for years, and then there was like a little shooting. It happens everywhere.
Right.
And then it kind of slowed it down for a while, but it kept going till, like I said, till 2009.
How'd you end up on the Heat?
The Heat, I went, so after Kiss, we kind of slowed down and other stuff went. I ended up, the High Desert Broadcasting brought me on to K-Mix. So it was local. They were taking Kiss back down there. The local office was closing. So I either had to go and work in L.A. or I was staying up here because at that point my kids were still here and they were on base. I had split up with my wife then, but I wanted to see my kids. So I stayed up here. So I went on K-Mix. And then they were switching it for a while, and then they went back to the original format. So at that point, they had the Heat, and it was all hip-hop then, but they were getting, like, banned all around because they were going too hard. So the owner was like, yo, man, see if we can get that Craig guy. So they made me an offer, and I came in and cleaned it up. And we've been over there for, probably 2008 now.
Okay.
Dang.
And I heard, is it true that you guys on the Heat is going old school now?
The Heat is throwbacks with a little new. So, yes, we're not, I wouldn't say it's old school because they have old school. So I went and created a format different than theirs. So it's 90s and 2000 mainly, hip-hop and R&B, and then we have some of the new stuff. That's where they get. So it's throwbacks in today's rhythm. So we did switch it back. It's throwbacks, and it does really well now.
Okay.
Just for one, everyone can advertise. They know it. It's like everything at that football halftime show, that's the Heat. So that whole show you saw with Dre, Snoop, and all that, that's the Heat.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's not so bad when I go out. The music's getting so bad now. I feel bad when I was out and I had to be at a remote and I put on WAP, you know. Even though it's clean, it's still like, I'm like, someone's there with their kid. I was just like, oh, this is horrible. And I'm not trying to dog these artists because some people like it. For me, 3 daughters and a granddaughter, it's kind of hard for me to play all that.
Right, no, yeah.
You know? So, but yeah, the Heat's doing good. I mean, it's all rebranded and kicked. I mean, we did it during COVID, so it's just now really getting back out there again.
You did a great job during COVID. I remember you were doing your live mixes.
Oh, yeah. So
on there for you.
We did do that. I went live for the city during COVID. They actually honored me for the COVID Heroes because I would do a kids dance party for the kids live. Like every Saturday. We did a bunch for a while.
Nice.
Congrats.
So we did but yeah, I got in the city from all that. They started hitting me up, and now it's just a great partnership. They call me for all their gigs. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Like anything with the Boulevard, MOA, I already know he's going to be there.
yeah, it was
It's always
something cool. They usually hit me up, which is cool. They call me right away.
And
Like
the
I called for
sheriff,
tomorrow.
yeah.
The sheriffs I got, I do a bunch of stuff for them, even their little private parties. So
And their weddings.
Their weddings, yeah.
But now I'm doing sheriff weddings too. I like it though. It's fun to see them have a good time.
Oh no, they party good. I love kicking with the sheriffs, man.
Yeah, it's like you see a different side. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, we got Captain Ron Schaefer coming on the show next Friday.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna have fun with that.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
No, he is a super cool dude.
Yeah,
I can't wait to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, shout out to especially the Palmdale Sheriff does a lot back to the community of a whole lot. All the sheriffs do, but they really put a lot on over there for him. Deputy Wilson, they do a bunch of stuff. Everything from that car show that's got so big now to trunk or treat. That's all them too. They do the big one. Yeah, they get down.
Nice. So what's the next big thing for you? Like what are you working on? Like what's the next big level for you?
Right now, I'm just hustling to put away a bunch of retirement because I'm getting old, and I feel it sometimes. These gigs wear me out sometimes. I was wore out last weekend. I know I'm going to be wore out this weekend, too, because this has already been a long day, and tomorrow's going to be a long day. So I'm putting away for that. But you never know, man. I'm just watching to see what could be next cool.
You think you'll be DJing, like, forever?
I will stay on the radio as long as I can because it's just fun. And it's not hard work, and it doesn't wear me out. It just keeps you going. Out and DJing all the time, I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting older. I'm trying to hit back up. I mean, I'm in my 50s now, so, but, so like I told Diana, this girl was out there, she's like, man, you getting down. I said, kill these young DJs. Bring them on.
Do you still what's the show that Ready Boys?
We do Stay Ready.
Stay Ready,
so, we booked a couple. We canned a couple before the fair because we all knew we were busy. Big Mike's he just flew to St. Thomas or one of the Virgin Islands right now. He's doing a show over there.
Oh my God, that's not by the hurricanes, right?
I hope not. He flew out through wherever, but he's over that way, so it might be him.
Well, yeah, because you fly out through Florida.
Yeah.
So Mike's on there with us. Mike, Crazy, all of us. We all like.
How's DJ Waniac?
Waniac's doing
He's
cool
like
too.
Busy all the time.
Waniac's busy and he's doing really good too. He started his own AC business, so he's been kicking butt with it. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I got blessed. A lot of my DJs are kicking butt. A lot of guys that we help start or trend. There's a bunch that are just really kicking butt right now.
Crazy is gonna be our DJ for the gala for the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Yep. I try to hook like the others because Diana always has them on Fridays. I'm stuck at Schooner.
Well, that I can't help. Like that was the chamber, but I do want to.
Well, you're a director now on the chamber.
I do.
Your voice matters.
I used to cook for her, but it's hard. Unless she does Tuesday one. She knows I'm off Tuesdays.
Who wants to party at a Tuesday, Craig?
Night, yeah.
Well, I get on people out Monday night.
Monday's hard for me, dude. I go like maybe once every 3 months, and I'm like,
I get a good karaoke crowd on Monday, man. They come out.
I love the videos. I'm like, yeah, I'm there in spirit. I want to go, but like this month, next month.
I was there. I was actually, it's crazy because I live right down the street from Schooners.
You could walk.
I know I can literally walk. But I was there Tuesday night.
Tuesdays I'm not there.
I was there Tuesday night.
Kind of more mellow. That's
I don't know. I just ended up there Tuesday night.
Tuesday's a little mellower. I'm not there. It's hard.
No, it was cool.
I
wish I could go on Monday, but Mondays are my days where I'm like deep in LA, and I don't usually get back out here. I'm up at 5 a.m. and I don't get back out here till like 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I'm like dead tired.
We do Mondays because it's great industry night. So the people we get, they come. That party starts really at 11. Even though we started at 9, but it's 11 because I get Yard House, I get Applebee's, I get Madrano's, I get all those people that get off of work. They come over there.
Come on, Schooner.
Yeah.
What other days are good to go? I mean, I know that karaoke, but like other days that are like.
Well, they all get kind of cool. I mean, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday football, they're all packed. They do cool. It's just a different vibe. It's just like a kickback, hang with your friends vibe.
And that's what happened on Tuesday. I was with a few friends, and we was like, let's go Schooners, and we were just chilling.
Because you just throw on the jukebox, they kick it.
They got good food too. I can't lie.
A lot of food, man. That thing packed me up over COVID, man. I gotta get back. The food. It's good, but a lot.
I didn't expect it. Like you think bar. That I don't know why, but when I tried, I was like, oh shit, it's actually good food.
Yep, they do cool food, man.
Would you ever open up your own like restaurant club type thing?
I don't know if I want to do a club anymore. Like out this way, out this way, maybe a lounge. clubs are hard out here now, man. It's just, it's not what it was.
You can't ever
back.
have nothing, like everything that you do, like it gets bad crowds sometimes. I feel like you can't have that upscale.
I'm not gonna lie, I do all this stuff with Schooners, and I see it working the other way without that whole thing, and we do better than some of them doing the club thing, you know. And I have less headaches.
Right.
I hardly have any fights. I mean, you're gonna have a fight every once in a while because your alcohol involved is gonna happen, but I can say we hardly have fights. It's very mellow, very cool.
It's always a good time.
So what's your trick to end up doing that?
For that,
Sure.
Yeah.
to keep it like that, well, half of us, everyone knows me out here, so I have a lot of respect. So they don't try to, you know, they'll be cool with, hey, man, calm down, you know. But a lot of it's just the way we do it different, you know. We don't come at them harsh, no, you know. I'm like, come on, man, you know, let's call it a night tonight. Let's have another night, you know.
Right.
Why get kicked out of here forever? Why start all this drama? You know, we talk to them different.
So yeah, it's just communicating.
A lot of communication. You got to do that. Some places, the security is just different, you know.
No, it is.
If you come at someone hard, they're going to come back hard.
Right.
Especially when alcohol is involved.
Absolutely.
You got to be totally, like, non-confrontational once you get the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, you never know. I mean, I might want one. I won't, you know.
Think
A
you
lot
do
of stuff
good.
I've been wanting to do. I wanted to open a
Bucket list.
podcast studio. I thought about that forever, and not for me to do the podcast, but like just a bad place where people that don't have a studio, they can come in and rent the space out. You know, I thought about that forever, but I didn't do it. Like the whole before pandemic.
Right.
That's cool.
No, a lot of people want to do podcasts. And I mean, I've talked to a lot of people out here, and everybody said they want to do it. It wasn't that hard.
So if you get a like cool little place, you can just go rent.
Yeah.
You go in there, and they got someone to control the board for you. Do your little podcast.
That's the
okay?
part, is the
Yeah.
board, all the production part. Because
A lot of people
hard
don't
part.
know how to do production. Yeah.
Well,
Everybody has a story, but how do you record it? How
no,
do you post
and you know,
it?
and that's it, because I know a lot of people that even have shows, and like I was talking to somebody, your typical person that's going to do a podcast show, they're going to stop at their episode 8 and 10. They're going to stop because of all the work they puts into it. It's just, I'm just very blessed, and I've been in entertainment for 35 years, so I know how to edit. I know how to do all this stuff. So this stuff is easy to me. Like, I have a system. Like, I can knock this show out in the next hour, right? Like, edit and be up and within the next hour. Like, it's not easy for a lot of people to do that.
Yep. No, I get it.
And
That's
the
what he-
consistency is the hard part.
But what do you think? So, I mean, since we're talking about podcasts, and we have the #1 podcast in the Antelope Valley.
There you go.
what do you, I mean, what's your thoughts on like podcast versus radio?
Well, podcasts are cool, man. Radio is radio. So radio has been around. It's been around.
And it's never
forever.
going nowhere.
And it's not going nowhere. And the difference, like FM radio, we can't say stuff sometimes that we want to say.
Right.
We got to keep it. It's regulated by the government.
Right.
Totally regulated. FM radio is strictly federal regulated.
Yeah.
If you call me over the thing and said you were going to jack me up, well, you're getting the feds involved. Because that's a straight up.
Yeah.
You know, but what's cool with the podcast is you can take them any kind of way you want. So you can say what you want to. There's sometimes I want to say stuff on the radio, I just can't say it. You know?
Did you?
I can talk about, they call me DJ Coochie. I can say that on the radio. You know?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Just use your imagination, guys.
You know, but no, I'm just saying, like, you know, podcasts let you go a whole nother way. And a lot of people are getting into them, and a lot of people's podcasts are blowing up, man.
Oh, yeah.
People want to listen to them. The way the future is going anyway, everything's going to be in your car is digital anyway, so you're going to be able to play whatever you want.
Yeah, you can watch whatever you want, play whatever you
radio
want.
stations got to get apps now. We already been talking about it, the radios. We all got to have our own app soon, so they can be downloaded in cars because it's going to be coming.
Right.
I just see it's coming.
But plus, every radio show now, they just turn their episodes into podcast episodes. So I know, like the Breakfast Club do that. Big Boy does that. Like they just get the clip and take the audio part of it, and it's an episode, podcast episode.
Well, yeah, because if you get them on Spotify and other stuff, you can end up making money if they blow up, you know?
Right.
You end up getting paid, just like, you know, the views on Instagram and other stuff, you know? Get a lot of followers and views, they can start paying you for stuff.
You guys are doing a good job on Instagram, though, because I just want to say I never win contests, never. And I won twice from the Heat. So, like, I'm like, okay, I love
There
it.
you
I
go.
got Six Flag tickets. I got concert tickets. And I never win.
We got
so
that cool. We got a cool girl that does all that back at the radio. Her name's Sylvia. She kicks butt on that stuff. She does all the stations, not just the Heat. She does Bob FM, Cape Padre. We got stations in Ridgecrest and Cambria. She does them all. She's very good at it. So everything her like once
Thank
they
you,
go,
Sylvia.
all I do is if they ask me to say the voice, I put the voice and then they put it out.
What's the voice that you just do?
Whichever one. It's heard in the day.
Maybe you got different voices.
Nah, they just say I sound different when I'm like at the bar and on the radio. But I switch it up. I just change a little. That's all. Like today I'm tired, so it's not gonna go along the way. I'm trying to wake up a little. Yeah. Well, usually I sleep. Diana knows too. Till I don't go to bed till like 6 a.m. usually, which was about the same today. But I had to get up at 9:30 and then get out. So usually I sleep till about 2, 3 o'clock and then start my day. But I'm up all night. So I'll go do my radio stuff after Schooners.
Do you get a nap?
Oh yeah, in the daytime, no nap between all that.
Like today, you won't get a nap?
Nah, I'll be at the fair all night.
Wow.
Tonight's the fair. I got to be out there because I got to have the other guys come early, so I'm going early today.
Is it club or is it just?
It is Club Heat. So what Club Heat is it's a dance spot. A lot of kids come and dance. Teens, adults. The fair loves it. We started that at a little booth years ago, and it blew into. They built that whole area for the Heat.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I was there last Friday, and I saw that. Yeah.
Actually, this year I didn't want to do it because I didn't think we have enough people. And then the fair called me in and please do it. It's a destination. We love it. We don't want it to go. So
Has it been pretty busy?
it's been busy. So the first night was kind of but it was the fair was kind of slow. There was a lot of homecomings that night.
Yeah.
So they moved the fair back like a month. So it's going into all kinds of other stuff.
Right.
Well, like Friday was slow, Saturday was slow, Sunday was
Saturday
slow.
was packed.
Saturday was packed?
Yeah, this sold out.
Oh yeah,
concert.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, country singer, yeah.
Chris Young,
Chris Young, yeah.
Sunday was packed. The banda sold out.
Yeah.
I went during the day though, so it wasn't that.
I was at both concerts,
The Banda and Chris.
Banda and Chris Young, yeah.
Which
And
one?
then they said it was cool the past
Which
2
one's
nights.
my favorite? I don't know. I don't have a favorite. Because one, I didn't understand Banda because I don't know Spanish. But I love the music. I love the people. I love the music.
That's
So, but I mean, I had fun at both. It was two different experiences.
I liked going to Train. That one was,
Yeah, I heard you had a good time. You took your son.
yeah, it was a good one. Because I didn't realize I knew some of the songs. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I know this
I
song.
only know like 3 of them. I'm a DJ. Unless I hear them.
But then they also sang like Aerosmith. They sang like a couple of songs that I knew, like classics. And I was like, I know that song too. So it was cool.
Well, I knew a couple of Chris Young songs, which is cool. I've heard of him. Yeah, so.
Well, they were getting back to it. Next year, you'll see it get bigger. The fair go back up. They're building back up. So they were down to, and all this like generating the money and putting back. Then you'll see it.
It was bigger than I remember. I came out here like probably like 7 years ago with my in-laws. We went to the fair, and I remember like this one seemed like you guys had a lot more local vendors. Like I saw like Lucky Luke's and just different vendors that they said that normally they didn't let them in the fair, and now they let people into the fair.
Lucky
Tipsy
Luke's got in a
Moon.
couple years ago. They built them that area next to us.
Tipsy Moon was there. La Metrocana, like just different ones. I was like, oh, cool.
Well, they're getting a lot of the beer companies are blowing up out here.
Field the draft
Yeah.
is probably helping.
Field of Drafts does really good. That'll be on the 5th, so November 5th. It's coming up soon.
Are they gonna do for the hangar haunt, or is it
Yep.
haunt the hangar? Are they
That's
gonna do the
the
maze
20
again or no?
I don't know on the maze yet. I would have to check with them. Sometimes, I just show up and DJ.
He's like, I don't know anything else.
I know what I got to do, and they hush me to the stage, and I just do my thing. But they put me down there, and we rock with the kids and kick. That's another thing, too, because a lot of DJs can't do the family or variety, You got to be able to play everything, especially in the city.
So
Shark doo-doo.
Yeah. Yep.
So I know you're pressing for time, Craig, and I definitely
no problem.
appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. But I do want to ask you this: how do you see the nightlife out here in the next 3 to 5 years? Is it going to slow down? Is it going to crack at some point? Get back to what it used to be, or?
It's building back up. If we can stay cool and stop all this crazy violence at them.
Right.
The problem is the cities don't like the violence. So once you get on that radar, you start getting this stuff, then you're in the because they just don't want it. This is a pain. But I will say that some of these spots are stepping up. The King's stepping up. I mean, have you been in there? Like, I know Diana's been in there with me. That guy Sam out there, he is just totally revamped and made a
I was just there.
Super,
I was just there with that the Dub C concert in Light City Brown with Sam.
So I mean, man, they keep doing stuff like that and bringing the
They have
shows
good
like that.
security too. That was the thing I saw. I noticed the security was on point.
The thing a lot of places don't do is a lot of the time it don't happen inside the building. It's in the parking lot.
Right.
So you got to remember, you got to police the parking lot. And that's where 90% of the problem happens. Yeah. The shootings, this, that, happen in the parking lot. So you get Sonic presence or light it up, camera it up, get a security going around. I can see it going cool if they can just stop some of the stuff. Some people just don't want to go out to that.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Even the fair has a bad rep, you know?
Yeah, back in the 90s, man, it was, you could bar hop and club all over the AV. It just switched up. 80s, 90s, I remember it was crazy. I didn't get here till 92, but there was a lot of spots to go to back then. And now it's just little bars and maybe, you know. Los Originales is clubbing it up, man. You go in there, but it's more Latin themed, but I mean, they got lights and lasers and
I forgot his name, but I just recently met the owner over there. He just bought a whole new light system, and that place be packed.
Yeah, they keep it going. My buddy Groove's over there. Shout out to DJ Groove. He's always over there.
Don Cells too. I love Don Cells. And now they have Carnival over there on Saturday.
Yeah, they're doing cool. They're stepping up as long as everything stays cool, man. It can keep going, and we need it. People want to go out.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think the key point, because I've been to a lot of places out here, and one thing that I've noticed is it is security. Security is making a huge difference.
Yeah.
Number one, security, man.
Yeah.
Secure that parking lot too, man. That's where people drink and do dumb stuff.
Yep. No, absolutely.
Kick them out, man.
Now I was at Jalisco 2 weeks ago when that guy got murdered. I was actually there that night, and the parking lot was dark. And I went there to see an artist perform because he asked me to come, and I said, okay, cool, I'm gonna come see you perform. But I let him know. I said, once you get off stage, I'm leaving. The parking lot was dark. The security act like they didn't care because I saw a lot of stuff inside that was going on, and security was like nowhere to be seen. And I was like, how is this stuff going on in here? And I even looked at my boy. I was like, dude, I'm leaving as soon as old boy get off stage. And like 30 minutes after that, all that shooting went down. Yeah. And I was like, wow.
Security's everything.
It is security, and like you said, that lighting in the parking lot.
You gotta keep it cool, keep it lit.
You gotta
keep
care
the
about
cameras
your
up.
people.
Yeah. And it's a shame because you do have a lot of artists, new artists that they need spaces like that to perform to get out there. But it kills like the energy and the mood, like when things like that happen, because they don't have a home to go to.
Well, yeah, because Charisma came up from the LA radio, and I don't think she wants to come back out here because I think it's the second time it's happened.
Oh yeah, she was there. She was there that night. Right. So so that's a bad look on her. Like, yeah, she probably won't come back no more.
Yeah, she don't want to be in that. I mean, she gets booked the big old stuff. Like, you want that? I don't want that. I wouldn't want to be on that. You just
take my ass down the hill.
Yeah. I could keep going. I mean, we got the people out here to do it. It's just it's all security. You gotta make that riffraff. You
gotta invest in it. People don't want to spend.
You gotta keep the people you don't want there out, man. Yeah. If you make them feel unwelcome, oh well, man. Right. You're not welcome. We don't want that here. We want to have a good time,
and that's it.
You know,
and all go home safe.
It's not about all kinds of crazy. It's about keeping a safe environment. So,
absolutely. Well, man, thank you again, DJ Craig. We are out of here, you guys. We want to thank you, DJ Craigie C from 100.9. The heat is in the building with us, you guys, and we want to thank you.
I was going to say something bad about the EC, but I'm going to shut up.
Eat cookies now. See this belly?
Oh, wait a minute. So
milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies. It's almost Christmas.
We're going to PG it up.
Why are you PGing it up now?
I was laughing because I was going to say something.
Right.
Essential creator. Get it back right.
Essential creator. Yeah. Let's take it back to the old school.
Hilarious. Well, thanks again, man, brother. Appreciate you. All right. We are out of here, you guys.